All right, it's still the same day as that other video I just made talking about the walk-in conference. Uh, Afterward, I had a little popcorn making the white almond bar popcorn. That video, same day, except it's 11:30 at night. We couldn't sleep, so we were just scanning around, nothing really watched on TV or anything. And we just flipped on YouTube, and there was this one that came up. I was like, well, that's interesting. Something about ascension and end times prophecy. It was by this guy called Corey Good, like 46 minutes long. And so watching it, it's like, well, he's saying some interesting things that I completely understand. I get what he's saying. And he's talking about star seeds, a little bit about them, and that it takes them going through some trauma and things like this for them to really develop and grow. And it's like, well, I did take a really long, dark path to get here. Two suicidal depressions and then being crazy and alone in the dark. I talk about that all the time. And really work on this. So he said, everybody has a mission. And it's like, I never really understood what my mission was, you know? I don't know. I know I wanted to come here at this point in time. I wanted to see what people were like. I wanted to see how much people had developed, that kind of thing. So he just kept talking, and he's like, everybody's got a mission, whether you know it or not. It's like, I don't know what my mission is, really. And then it clicked. Me and my wife were just sitting there talking afterwards. After it was over, she goes, well, because he was talking, Corey Good was talking about, and it's typically related to your job, whether you know it or not. It probably had something to do with your job, and that's what did it for me. That's what made it click. It had something to do with your job. It's like, what? My job, I was all science and that kind of thing. Science, I'm not that brilliant scientist or anything like that. What? So how could, you know, what kind of aspect of my jobs would have been my mission? And it's like, and how does it relate to all my things? Because what I did, you've seen my videos in the past, and I don't know. I just don't know people. I don't know. So I'm just spitballing off the top of my head. You could say it. But even when I was a kid, it was about hiding and projecting, and I fought these things in my consciousness that I could see, and maybe it was like what some people. For some reason on this conference, somebody mentioned lower astral beings. Some of them can be negative and stuff. It's like, well, I fought these, and then I converted them from dark to light, trying to melt away the darkness and show them true selves, you know, for lost souls. And then the others I just fought with the consciousness kind of thing in my head. I could see it. So it was like a lot of fighting kind of thing, and then learning, just learning. I did lose that one fight I mentioned about that. Anyway, sorry. And then just trying to learn from both sides, you know, talk and just trying to learn what it's all about. Because I just didn't know. And then there's this video we watched saying, well, what's my mission? How does my science side relate to fighting these things that I see? And then it clicked. It's like my first job, I was subcontracted to the EPA investigating uncontrolled hazardous waste sites. I ranked them for cleanup, so the worst would be cleaned up, trying to protect the earth by cleaning up these uncontrolled hazardous waste sites, you know, dressed up in moon suits, taking samples, all that, trying to protect the earth. And my main job after that was in the safety department as an industrial hygienist, trying to protect the people. That was my whole thing. I love the people. I wanted to protect them and keep them safe. And it's like, protect. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's what I did on this strange happening side, was trying to protect. And then my job was trying to protect. And believe it or not, did you see that last video? If you saw that last video, I even used that word in there. For this soul family, I feel it was to protect. I put in there, it's like, I'll do whatever I can or something like that. I forget the wording, but whatever I can do, I'll do anything and everything it is to protect you. I used that word protect. And that was my job, and that's what I did on this strange happening stuff, on my life kind of stuff. And it's like, what? And then I mentioned in some of my other strange happenings, this armor feeling coming over me. What? But I, I'm a protector type, but I haven't heard any. There was nothing like this in any of this other conscious expanding stuff that I heard, trying to ascend or anything like that. It's all about dropping away the negative. Oh my God. I'm thinking back to my video on the choice, Strange Happening 69. Even in that one, it said, I, I even said in that one, this is what I'm made for. Push everything dark at me that you can. Push everything. Yeah, I've been through so much. Uh, I can handle anything. And this is what I'm made for. I say that in that video in Strange Happening 69. This is what I'm made for. And that I'll be a line in the sand between the light and the dark. Whoa. Just, sorry, I'm just shaking you a little bit. Just, I mean, this is what I do. Um, it's walking in the dark. It's being in the dark. Um, trying to be a light in the dark. Um, it's what I do. But I don't know. Um, I don't know. Uh, huh. I don't know. Is this who I am? Is that why, in my Strange Happening number one, is that why those guards at that door were smiling at me as I walked by because they knew? In Strange Happening number one? Is that why those guards were smiling at me? Seriously? Is that what I am? Huh. Huh. Okay, mine's still blown. Still blown. I just stopped video, went out and talked to my wife a little bit, and because my ears were ringing, my head is just, it's like it's just opened up, and it's just mind blown kind of thing. And when I talk about seeing through walls and this kind of thing, this other plane of existence or dimension or whatever is out there, it's just even clearer now. It's just, and everything's just kind of opened up. It's just different. It's just, mind's blown. Oh, and I was talking to, I said, Tara, were you the one that brought this up first? I think she just said, yeah, she's the one who brought it up first about protector, the word protector, and then maybe that's when it clicked. I can't remember. I can't tell right now. Everything's just like, oh, just my mind is fried, blown, everything because of this, uh, because it's real, and it's just I don't understand. She's the one. She gets well, maybe it's like protecting your brothers and sisters or something. She used that word protect, and then that's when it all clicked. So she brought it up first, brought the word protect up first, then it clicked, and it's like just is that a thing? Is this just my imagination? Maybe it's my imagination. Is this a thing? It feels real to me that that's it. But uh, I mean, at this walking conference, nobody's ever talked about this kind of thing. The little Starseed group that he joined and looked, trying it with Steve Noble, and nobody's ever talked about something like this. It's all about ascending to a different plane of existence. Nobody's ever talked about fighting or protecting. And this is with consciousness. This isn't physical with my physical body doing this. This is a consciousness thing. I can see it, I can feel it, and I can shift things with consciousness. Um, move move things in this other consciousness dimension, whatever it is that I see. And maybe it's all just my imagination. I just, the way I see things and feel things, and I know how to, okay, let's just go if these things are real, okay? If these things are real in this other dimension that I see and feel out there, um, I know how to block them. I know how to hold them, grab them. Uh, I know how to fight them. It's with love. It's not anything negative. It's not with a weapon. There's no weapon with it. There's not that kind of weapon. The weapon would be unconditional love and truth. It's that kind of weapon. It's not, I mean, it changes them, it damages them, it changes them. But it's love. It's positive, so much overflowing joy, love. And that's the weapon. That's that's what I call fighting, is love. Showing them unconditional love, hope, joy, positive, that kind of thing. That's fighting in my book against something that dark. That's fighting in my book. Uh, I know when I'm under attack how to slide to the side, how to project an image and let them attack the image and not me, as if there's something else there and it's not. And most of the times they don't know that it's an image, and they just attack the image, think they're doing a good job, and I'm just watching from the sidelines. So, huh, my mind is blown. This is a weird feeling I'm having right now. My skin's tingling, everything's tingling, ears are ringing. Um, whew, interesting. This is weird. I hope I can sleep tonight. This is a weird feeling. And also in that haunted house, in the at the very beginning when we were young, tots called it a haunted house. Um, and I saw this dark thing outside the window, that sort of thing, but it couldn't get to me. It was almost like something else was protecting me at that stage. Inside that house was safe for me. I felt safe inside that house, even though weird things happened and moved. And it was funny. One of the speakers talking about Andrea, um, who's that movie, The Conjuring, was kind of based off of a little bit. Being pushed out of bed, I was actually pushed out of the top bunk of the bunk bed once, pushed out, and for something like held me, and I just landed on my feet, flipped me in the air, and I just stood up. Was just standing up on the floor like a cat. I guess I was like a cat. I like cats anyway, so it's kind of cat-like, I guess. But it felt like somebody else held me, and I stood on my feet when that happened. But it was always away from that window, what I was seeing out there. But whatever was out there couldn't get in to me, to get to me. Uh, so, hmm, just, huh, huh.